Hey everyone, let's take a look at the Mini Orchid by LEGO Botanicals. This is set number 10343. Contains 274 pieces. Retails for $29.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group as a gift of appreciation for being in the Ambassador Network. That means I didn't break any rules and stuff, so that's pretty good. This is like their end of the year gift. And just by first impressions, well, the box is kind of dull and gloomy. Now, this is not actually a review. This is going to be more like a show and tell, but I'll try my best to do a review on this one here. This is not really a review offer. But, you know, from the colors on the box, it doesn't look too exciting. I'm just being honest there. Here's the back, and I kind of wish they put this on a much brighter background. And here's the measurements right here. Let's see if that comes up. And you know, these don't look too bad when they're built, but well, let's open this up. I'm always curious to see exactly what kind of parts come in these type of sets, so we're gonna see here. Oh, we got the paper special, huh? Okay, let's see. Well, we know there's at least 2 bags. Well, that's not too bad. Feels like big stuff in there. And this is what we have. That looks a lot better on the front. And let's see here. Yeah, build it your way. So you get to pick which one you want. And there's always been a question asked, does a brick separator come with these? Doesn't look like I see one in here. Let's see. I need to get my contacts checked. No, this one does not come with a brick separator. Ouch. At least it's not an official review. So, that's pretty much about it. So I'm thinking of breaking this down obviously into two sections of the build. You know, for under 300 pieces, we should be able to finish this up in one build installment. And yeah, Peach Phalamphysis Orchid. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to attempt it. Let's see if that comes in for you to read there. I'm trying to get the glare off that. And yeah, we'll get into some stuff here in a bit. So here we have the Noble by Nature. I'm hoping this all comes out on this camera, since it is 4K. And then after that, it just jumps right onto bag 1. Well, let's begin. Let's build it. And yeah, I'm going to include the unboxing and first impressions on this set, but just as a rehash. Yeah, it doesn't look too interesting. And there's no brick separator, too. But we don't know how not interesting it's going to be, because we haven't built it yet, right? And seeing that this was a gift from LEGO, I'm still appreciative, even if it's something I'm not totally interested in, because this could be a fun build. We don't know. I don't know. For those who built the set, you probably already know by now. Yeah. Alright, let's get going here. And by the way, I have been building a whole bunch of tutorials. I got 3 filmed the other day, back to back. 2 small and a medium. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hitting hard. These are all 2 of them are going to be for 2026. And the other one is going to be a trade-in for 2025. I didn't like the one that I was doing, so I'm going to swap it around. And oh, somebody's late. Can't do that at my job because I'll fire you. I will do it. And yes, I have fired people before. It's not really a good thing that sits with me, but you know, you got to follow the rules. And yeah, I got 3 tutorials, and I haven't started the camper yet, but this weekend I am going to start it. Let's start sorting some of these out. Oh, these would make a good mushroom piece. Top of a hamburger. And it's like nougat. We'll put that over there. And yeah, so this is not a set that I would run out and buy. But I know a lot of my viewers on here like the botanicals. So I may be inclined to ask for botanical sets. Now here's the deal. I've already been getting questions asked. You know, am I going to do the summer 2025 Lego sets? No. As far as I know of, I don't know. But right now, no, because they're all stuck in customs because of duty fees. Because, and I'm not trying to get into it on here, but the King of the United States said I don't need them. He wants me to pay a lot of money for them. So, yeah, I have another offer that's supposedly supposed to come in, but I'm not sure if that's even going to arrive or not. And it's a set that I don't want, so you probably have a feeling it's gonna be here. And yeah, I'll do builds on stuff even if I'm not really interested in them. I'll still do builds on stuff. And after this one, I think I have like 4 or 5 more sets I got to put together. I have 2 holiday sets. If I do those, I'm going to try to do them. I'll think of how I'm going to break those down. But I think what I'm going to do with the these are just gifts, and I'm not required to do paperwork. So phew. But I do have to say that LEGO did provide this to me. I did not buy this. LEGO gave this to me, and it's a gift. But still, I review gifts. I always do that. Looks like we're reversing tubes here. So my goal is with the tutorials, and actually I was looking for a few of these in tan, is since now the sets are late, not due to LEGO's fault, not due to my fault, due to this, well, I'll keep it Smurfy today. There's not a whole lot I can do. Okay, so I'll be careful, don't press on that too hard. So my goal is to really focus on tutorials. If you're into mock building, I do have the main channel that does all that. Is there supposed to be a gap down there? Okay, I missed something. You know what I forgot to do? There's supposed to be studs down in there. All right, there. I'm already forgetting things. So if you're looking for the new sets, I had commentary and everything planned for these. It's not going to happen, so not right now. Hopefully I might get them by the end of the year, and I'll keep my opinions to myself on that. But as far as for tutorial wise, I have plenty of stuff. I have plenty of ideas for tutorials. I just got to get going on them and get them done. It's for you to build and enjoy, you know, and especially during the summer months. Right now it's like in the 90s, probably low to mid 90s, clear as a bell, hot outside, miserable, that kind of thing. These are supposed to go on like that. I've been reading comments on here, and a lot of you like this style of builds with the storytelling. It's not a bad little base, huh? Very sturdy. I don't know if we're done with the bottom yet. Oh, we're not done with the bottom yet. You know what? I think this is supposed to sit like... No, it's like that. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking of, but this sits upside down. So we got to make 2 of these. That does look good for a hamburger bun or a donut, huh? And then these look like they just sit in here like this. So these botanical sets, they're fun to build. The ones I have been putting together, they just get a little repetitive after a while. Now, by all means, I'll make mistakes on these. If you've watched me long enough, you know. And we just did snot methods here, studs not on top. That's when we reverse the polarity. If you notice, you don't see any studs, except for that on the top and a bunch of tubes. And yeah. But this is a nice little set so far that you can build in the summertime. So we got to make 2 of these here. And you know, when I'm jumping steps here we go again. I'm going to make more mistakes. You know how that, if you've watched me for a long time, you know how I am about mistakes. I make tons of them in my videos. They're not construed as professional product reviews, because I do make boo-boos. That's what I do. It's been hot lately. I've been painting the house. I got a bunch of tutorials done, but I did 3 back-to-back. And yeah, they're going to be, pretty soon they'll be on the YouTube memberships for early release and Patreon, so you can watch those whenever you want. And I can always use yellow 1x8 plates for some reason. But at least I got some stuff done this week, and today is, I believe, the 5th. I gotta find a smart device around here. Let's see here. Come on, rotate through the date. Yep, today is June 5th, 2025. And yeah, we're gonna see how far we get here. I'll see if we can get this one bag done. This should be very quick. I'm just gonna do one of these a day. I got a bunch of set reviews I still gotta do in terms of the alternative builds. I haven't finished them all yet. But like right now, I'm trying to do that. No, these are what they call ink gold. They've got a different type of metallic sheen to them. And I think you guys and gals are going to like the lineup. And I'm like, so next month it's going to be called Road Trip for July. And there's one project that I want to swap out for something else. It didn't quite fit in there. Okay, why are you attacking me for? It didn't quite fit with the theme. I thought, well, let me find something else that I can do. And I was going through my notes. I thought, oh, I was supposed to build this. So when I get done with that, which is going to be a tutorial I'm going to edit after I do this, I'm going to start that and then get it ready to go. I can't do it right now because I'm building this, but yeah, we're going to do that. And then I'm going to have more stuff to show you. Well, this is not like Lego I grew up with, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I'm always game for new styles of builds, you know, and yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice so far. This is a nice little stand. You can make this a trophy base, ooh, if you want to. Put your trophy on it, and there you go. There we go. We haven't done the flowers yet. You know how long that's going to take me. And yeah, because the flowers are going to attach to these. And yeah, it's just been hot outside. Don't want to do anything. That type of thing. And I don't think it's really critical which way this is going to go. But it goes like that. Just really making sure that's biting down into everything. That's up a little high, but yeah, it does show on the book. And we got these. So it looks like bag 1 does the vase, or the vase. Depends on how you pronounce it. Not too bad. And this could be a nice stand for any type of thing, and this is what we have remaining so far. Okay, now we're going to move on to bag 2, which will finish up the build. Let's see what we got in here. There we go. And right now I'm rendering up a couple of speed builds. I got more people preferring the speed builds over the regular tutorials, so ooh, I may have to replace regular tutorials with speed builds. I don't know. But if you've watched my main channel, I finally got sound effects for the speed builds. And I've been saying, like, little, instead of having just being quiet videos, I'd be like, check out my YouTube channel to take a look at this awesome build. Well, now I probably don't even have to do that anymore, you know, to that extent. Oh, I see a partner that I want. You already could see it too, huh? Oh yeah, bright green eggs. How many of those do we get in there? I need at least 5 of them. Wow, Lego, we being a little stingy with those. That's all I get is just 2. I'm gonna have to order some then. But I'm thinking, if you've seen the new Simpsons sets that have came out, I may be inclined, since I'm not getting any review offers, I may be inclined to ask LEGO to send a sample to me, and then I can build them and show you, see how the build goes. One was the Krusty Burger, and I can't remember if there was another one or not. It might have been the only one. But before I even get into asking for sets, let's get done with stuff that I haven't done yet, because I don't want to overwhelm myself here. And I only got until the end of this month in order to submit another report, a request. If not, I have to wait until the forms open up again. But you know what? We're not going to worry about that now. The only thing I'm going to worry about right now is getting this done here. And what I'm gathering is that this goes in here in that center hole. That just snaps down in there like that. Well, it's in there pretty good. I think we're safe. Alright, now we got to build 2 of these here. Okay. Yeah, so if you're looking for those set builds, they're not on this channel. I don't know where my sets are at for review. They were here in town. And then, of course, you owe us for duty fees. LEGO's already paid the shipping. And nobody knows what's going on right now. Even if you're a retailer, small business, nobody knows. We're all taking guesses. And yeah, and there's some in the ambassador network that are just now getting hit with that, and they're kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what they're going to do for content. Well, I got plenty of inventory. I've got probably about 200 or 300 sets that I haven't done a live build on. And I remember one of you mentioned in the comments that you would like to see the older stuff, to see what it's like. We're going to do that. And if I find something that may be interesting, maybe an out-of-production set, I may order it. Now, it's got to be real LEGO. I'm not going to buy any knockoff brands. So, are these pearl gold? Oh, yes, they are. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, I remember having hoops like that in my ears. Kind of, now I look back, I look like a pirate, but yeah, I miss those days. And then I moved to silver because gold was a little too flashy. These make good basketball hoops too. But yeah, things are just kind of hectic right now. Nobody knows what's going on, and we just kind of leave it at that. Because honestly, if I were to go into it, it'd be hardcore cussing right at the moment. Okay, and then these here go... Okay, I see where they go. Okay. One goes here. I'm going to pre-bin these a little bit. Like that. And this one, I'm just going to bin it 1 tick. That's what it looks like in the book. And it goes right on these shafts there. So we'll just see if I can do that where you can see what I'm doing, but I have to hold it in there. And so far we haven't majorly broke anything. More leaf pieces. Yeah, you know, And so far, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm enjoying this set. So it's, like I said, look at the box, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, this one doesn't look too appealing, but, well, we're getting there. We got some of these night shields in that light nougat color. Start sorting things out by color here. And I think whoever gets this set, and I mean, I know there's some out there who snub their noses to these. You know, I used to be one of those until LEGO sent me one for review, and I've kind of been looking for these sets. If I see like some older ones, I may pick them up, and we will build them on this channel and see how they go together. This is something that's going to be interesting. I know one of you commented on the Deku tree, and you said, oh, it's nice that you ran through everything, but this set is just a little too much. You know, at least I can help you with that and thinking, okay, how bad is the build? Is this going to be something I'm going to be tied up for hours in? Yeah. This one here, we don't know. I'm still timing myself, so I don't know how long the tutorial is going to be. And you also got to remember, too, I do this for fun, so I don't want to just rush through it and ruin the build experience. Yeah, my girlfriend and I are already talking about a new trip right now, and unfortunately, I said everything's booked, so we're going to have to think of something. Camping right now is the only thing that's pretty much affordable now here in the States, but I'm sure that's going to change eventually. And we're just trying to find some places to go, you know, that kind of thing. Where do we want to go out of town, you know, all that stuff. So we're just trying to map things out, and of course that started some scuffles here at the house. You know how sometimes you get older folk. Why are you always thinking about vacation for? I said, because I'm bored, and two, I've worked all week. I don't want to have to be caught up around there. Ooh, I'm going to tell you guys and gals something. You get some of these. They're like little tulips. Yeah, I'm hoarding those up too. Now I'm moving parts in certain piles because I'm trying to find another one of these. So I'm sorting by color right now. But just to get away from the house, get away from fixing things, get away from the computer, because that's always a good thing. Be kind of cool. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a parent right now watching this, and your kids are always on the internet, put a timer on it. I'll tell you, it's worked so far. It's a random time between 1 and 2 in the morning. And then I put a nice splash screen on it. It'll pop up when they open up a browser or try to connect to it. It's a little too late. It's time for bed. You know, that's what I've been doing. And then I've been sleeping really good. Of course, I had a talk with him too about it, but I'm like, dude, you know. Okay, from what I can tell, they're angled like that. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3. Let's click it down 3, and then I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to wiggle it in, or try to. There we go, like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I can hear the autofocus on this thing going berserko right now. Well, that doesn't want to go in there. Sometimes I got to cover it up. I can't show you every angle because these are not really friendly, but there you go. You still got a shaft and a hole in there. Alright, and then now we got to focus on something that goes in the middle. Now we haven't got to the orchids yet. We're still putting this thing together. Get some candles and put that together. But yeah, the timer does work. Looks like this goes right in there. Okay. All right, another stem here. This doesn't weigh a lot. This is pretty light, actually. It's not like it's massively big and just weighs a ton. So nothing really exciting has gone on around here. It's just been miserably hot. Okay, we got more of these little tulip pieces. More things that want to roll around. But I'm trying to get this thing done here so I can move on to some more exciting tutorials and stuff. I have one that I need to... Okay, this doesn't go on there. Because I got one that I need to edit. Okay, I like it where the round side matches. One side's kind of square and the other one's round. Alright. An orchid. And then this goofy thing, okay, it's hard to say on here. What I'm gathering is, let me get this in a better position for you here. This also attaches to this here too. So let me get this position. I think it's supposed to be like that. And it should go in here. This is a good way to test the camera's focus capabilities. There we go. That's what it shows there. And that's what I'm assuming right here. Yeah, because that fits right on the top of that. So using that like a little connector. And we got to drop 5 of those on top of one another too. That's going to be... Hope this is not going to be a brittle bill where you just look at it and it just disintegrates before your eyes. We don't want that to happen. Well, let's see. And then this goes right here. I'm going to have to raise this camera up here in a bit. Let's see, it fits right inside there. And surprisingly, that's pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. And there we go. Well, you know, I just realized something too. I could just zoom out. Well, okay. My head's not there all there today. I'm kind of don't want to do anything. Okay, and then now we got to build this thing. It's like something you'd see from like an alien movie or something. All right. And I think the way these things face are critical. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, all the holes are supposed to face a certain way. That one's supposed to face this, but the black ones are supposed to face perpendicular to the green one. See how these are right here? Okay. These type of builds, though, you know, they're just, this is a little time waster build while I'm waiting for something to get done, but you know what? You guys and gals are worth it to spend time doing this. I wish I had kids to spend time with on these, but, you know, I don't. We got one more to put in there. We haven't done any of the orchids yet. We're still doing this. So there's that creepy thing there we just made. And it tells you how that looks. So you can see right here, you should only see light through these 3 holes. Okay. Is that really 1-to-1? Yes, it is. Well, now we know. Alright. And then now this goes in here, and it goes in this cross axle here. Remember this little guy? Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on, did I make a mistake? Oh no, it goes right there. Well, let's install it then. Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Now it looks like we're putting in the foliage. And now we know what the eggs are for. They're using them as little buds. Alright, so we're ready to go here. I've never seen this in this. Oh no, these are. It gets dark green. The eggs are light green. These would have been good for Easter eggs. Make 2 of these. So they use these as little buds that haven't bloomed yet. It's not too bad, huh? Not too bad. I mean, it can't get any better than that, right? And before I forget, and I just remembered, thank you to my contributors for my main channel. I appreciate it. That always helps out. That means I can slow down from work and do the fun stuff. Thank you to my subscribers. Everybody who subscribes, you're making this fun for me. You know, I get to see the numbers grow up, and then we can really get into a lot of the fun builds. Thank you to Patreon supporters, taking the time and not unfollow. And then if there's something you want to see on Patreon, I've already had this happen. If there's something not there, just ask. I don't know if you can contact me on Patreon. I have to look and see, but just contact me on there if you can, and just say, hey Jay, do you have this building guide? And I will see if I could put it up there for you. You know, sometimes I don't have everything. And yeah, but it's always fun to have subscribers. And did I forget something here? How's that go on there? Oh, my bad. I am so sorry. I forgot. I deprived you of something here. Hold on. Is that what I... Okay, it's a nose cone. And this thing here. Well, first I gotta find the nose cone. And there shouldn't be any pieces missing in here. Now, did I sort the nose cone out to something else here? Yes, it's back there. That's where it's hiding. Alright. And this goes here, like that. So yours should look like this right here. I'm having a hard time seeing the viewfinder just because I do not, that goes right there. It just slips it right on that. I'll take it off and show it to you. See, that goes right there. I got a screen, I just don't, I got to find the power adapter for it, and I got to find a way to clamp it to here. It's got speakers and stuff on it, which I don't care if it has sound. That kind of thing. Stick that in there. And then a hollow stud and a nose cone. Well, we know where the other one's at, so I'll put that in there. And I found out this is called a handle, I think a handle number 1. This bent thing. So that's what that is, called a handle. I thought I refer to it more as a plant piece than anything else. And this goes right in this hole here. Kind of wish the Technic pieces were, am I putting that the right place? No, I'm not. It goes right here at this hole. My bad, the second one right there. Okay. Wish those Technic pins were green, but they're not. We just have to live with them. And we got to make a short one. Stick that in there. And then it looks like it's this one right here. We haven't got to orchids yet. We're still doing the foliage parts. We got to do 3 of those now. Isn't that cool? You know, I thought that it was only 300 pieces. It shouldn't be that bad, you know. It's not that terribly complicated. No, it's not complicated. The only thing bad I have to say about botanical sets is they're redundant. They do get repetitive after a while, so you just have to build them. I gotta find something to make for dinner, and yeah, today is Thursday. You know what? I'm done with work for the week. You know what that means, don't you? I can relax and not have to worry about anything. That's always fun. That's always a fun thing when you don't have to think about work. Now, I'm in a household where that's what you think about all the time is work. Work. Where for me, no. I'm done. I don't want to think about it. I'm off. Okay, so these go in like backwards, so let me see if I can get this here where you can see it. It just goes like that. Okay, so that's one. This one here goes like this. Now, surprisingly, this thing seems pretty sturdy. I haven't had anything fall off. And then this one here goes, let's see here. Yeah, this one here goes over here. And it faces outward like that. And so yours should be looking like that so far. Now we're going to be doing orchids, and you got to do 5 of those. Look at that right there. Do you see that? We got to do 5 of those. I got to have fun with this, guys. See, let me make sure I got that so you could see that. 5. I'm also testing the focus range on this too. So here's the deal. We got 5 earrings. This will also make a great septum ring too if you want to go that route. And we need 5 little holders. Okay, those fit in there. That's not too bad. Now, how would you get those in your ear? I don't know. You'd have to put a slit in part of it, but plastic is not a good sterile item to put in your ears. It's pretty porous, so you don't want to do that. You know, I'm the only one in my bunch that doesn't have a tattoo whatsoever, but I have piercings. I just don't want to get inked up. I'm trying to get past these little things, which I can always use, but right now we're building this. Hope we can get this done here soon. Now this is where it gets repetitive. So if you don't want to watch me build the whole thing, you can obviously fast forward through it, but I'm not going to force you to sit here and watch me do this unless you want to hear the commentary. And I got things hiding under the manual again. We don't want to do that because I'll lose it. I'll really get angry. Trying to get to that last part there, but it's trying to evade me right now. It's running out of places to hide. Alright, so we finished up 26 on that one. Matter of fact, what I can do here is focus right there. So it's a little more closer for you. And, okay. I didn't see that, wasn't paying attention. Don't push those in all the way. Just back them out a little bit. You have to set this in here. You may have to get another hand, and then you push it in like that. And just mush those together. Okay, well then now we know. Don't push those in all the way. Just put them in like that. Just enough to grab onto this. Then push them in. Now, if I were to do one of these at a time, the video would be a lot longer. But if you know, here's the deal. It's your Lego set. You can take your time, which I do advise. Or if you're not doing a live stream like I am or a recorded stream, here's what I would do. Is just focus on that. You know what I was thinking of doing? I'm thinking of streaming these live on Twitch, or just stream the rerun and just sit in the chat room and answer messages. It'd be a complete edited build. And then some people do that. If I were to do this live, I would be answering a lot of questions, and the build would be like 3 or 4 hours, which there's no way I could survive. I'd have to cap the streams off. So it wouldn't be really easy to do. All right, so it goes like that. You can see what I did there. So now we're going to have to start adding these shields, and I start here at the top and just kind of slide it down a little bit. We're getting there. Now, I'm going to be honest, if that autofocus is going to be noisy and I can hear it, I will turn that off. I need to get an external mic for this. And, you know, I've been some people have recommended some mics to me. A wireless mic. This one's got the, I think they're XLR jacks on it, so I can plug in a powered mic into it. Have a wireless mic. I was thinking about a wireless one, and you just kind of clip it onto my shirt. And then, you know, I don't have to talk loud or whatever. But now we're going to grab some pink flowers. Okay. And put some hollow studs on the top. So I was thinking about if I do get a wireless mic, you know, it doesn't matter how far it goes, but I'm not going to go cheap on it. And I'm just trying to think of I mean, of course, there's that big online store that I can go to. But I don't know. I got to think of something. I don't think I have anything around here that I can plug into this. I have a Yeti mic, but I don't have the cord to plug into it. It's got I don't have the wire to plug in, you know, to it. So I'd have to think of something here. These things want to turn, so I'm trying my best not to turn them. I'm putting these on first. They show that the flower goes on, then the stud. I'd rather put the stud on the flower first, and then set it in here like that, because this is how they show it in the book. And, you know, we're getting close to finishing this up, though. Okay, so we got to do 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So let's make 10 of these real quick. Let's put the shields over there now, because I'm done with them. Yep, I am just, I'm getting a little parched here, but I'm going to finish this up before I go get me a glass of water. One of my viewers thought I was lying and said I don't. Oh yeah, you drink, you're at that age. No, I don't drink. It's just, nah, not really my thing. Out here, I've been trying to get a few people interested in Lego, but you know, if it's not at the end of a bottle, nobody really cares. You know, so let this figure out. It's more for me, I guess. Or some think it's kind of nerdy. Well, it is what it is. I think I may put a couple of burgers on the grill tonight. I don't know. Putting plants together makes you hungry, doesn't it? Now, a reason why I don't eat while I'm doing this, I don't want to be like smacking into the microphone. I hate when people do that. I hate when I'm on a call with somebody, like on the phone, and they're just chomping down and they're talking to you. I'm like, I can barely understand you. And I'll do it sometimes when I'm on Discord, but that's more informal. Put the shields over there. I'm missing a tooth. So there it is. I'm not missing real teeth, though I got all my teeth. Okay, there we go. And then now they go on upside down. They just kind of clip on like this. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of match the contour here like that. Now, by all means, you're not going to get these perfect. So I think they're just meant to just sit in there and fill in the bottom. See, everything kind of wants to wiggle and jiggle here. Kind of looks like a face, doesn't it? Like you put a face on it, and there's your ears, like a rabbit. See, like this just wants to rotate around. Yeah, I'm due for a surfing trip. A surfing expedition. And the screen turned off. I don't know if my project's done or not. I'm hoping it's done. Should be done after I'm done with this. So what I'm going to do is, when I'm done with this, I'm going to just go ahead and do the formal review. Set this up on a turntable, which the Deku tree is politely occupying it. I may not even need it on this. This is pretty small. So there we go. And then we're not done with that yet. Now you got to do some more things. We got to make 5 of these. That's like dark orange or reddish orange. Okay, we just need to make 5 of these. Yeah, get that on there right? Yes, I am. Okay. Here goes that goofy phone again. I never used to get a lot of spam until my parents moved in, and then after that, they get all these scam calls now on this stuff, and I just kind of just show my mom how to block them. I'm like, don't even deal with it. Alright. So what I'm taking, it goes like this, and let me look here. Okay, and the leaf faces down. So it goes like that. Okay. So we got to do that 4 more times. So what am I going to do after this? I'm going to go ahead and get something to drink, make me a meal, and then come back in here again, and I'm going to work on that tutorial and see if I can get that done. I'm working on older building guides too, since I'm not getting any sets right now. I figured, okay, I'm just going to get caught up on my own stuff and start getting building guides going, and that should be fine. Get the building guide started for you guys, so if you're interested in purchasing one, they're right there. Well, that's kind of nasty. We got to do that twice? Well, we got to do it 10 times. Okay. It goes like that. And then you take this guy here, like that. That's what it looks like in real life. Okay, I got 1 down, 9 more to go. Now, it'd be easier just to put them on the shields, but I'm going to just do 1 at a time. If you have a partner that likes doing this stuff, get him or her to help you, because this could take some time. Although some of you told me you build solo. That's quite alright if you do. I have to build solo because nobody here is interested in this. Which is more for me, but it's also lonelier too, because, you know, girlfriend doesn't do it. My parents don't do this. Nobody wants to do it. It's considered a kid's toy. Yeah, well, to me, it's called relaxation. Okay. Okay, we're just about halfway there. We're getting somewhere. Alright, it's not a bad set though. I mean, it's just a display piece. So, see, now I'm going to go more for informal review. I'm going to say the durability's pretty good. The build quality is really good. Build experience is, you know, pretty good for what this is. What am I putting that on there for first? And, you know, like creativity and stuff. It is creative. But for me, you know, build experience, and you have play value. It's obviously not meant to be played with. Can't really drop it in a city. So at least I don't have to file paperwork with these. Because this was a gift by LEGO, and I'm not obligated. But I'm still going to do the review anyways, because some people want to know. I would say probably with repetitious steps and stuff like that, probably 8.5, 9. Not really sure. We're not quite done with it, but I got a lot of little pieces here, so that tells you something. And yeah, these little clips here that I'm putting on the back of these will come in handy. This is a part we've all been asking for. There they are. There's 10 of those. I'll put that up there so you can... And then now you got to take these and you got to attach them to the sides of the rings. Right here. That's not too bad, huh? That's pretty easy. We just snap those on there. Okay. That's what yours should look like. You don't have to have them perfect, too. Okay. So I gotta remember to do it here now so I'm not slouching and you miss out on something. Some of these guys, they have a beautiful Lego shop with everything set up. Here I'm still working in a bedroom. I had another place set up for this. Unfortunately, that is stored with belongings right now, so I cannot just throw somebody's stuff out on the street for the Lego stuff. So, all right. An orchid. I know some people are not too fond of these sets, but yeah, it takes a break from building like your typical Lego City or Friends stuff. But if you're interested in these type of builds, here you go. I got plenty of these on there. I still have 2 more botanical sets. One is pretty small, probably a little bigger than this one. And then the last one I got to put together is going to have to be broken down into 2 installments as it's over 500 parts. So definitely going to have to do that. And then the Orchids clip-on doesn't really show where they clip on at. I'm assuming it's probably here on this. I'll bring this over in a second. And this is what we have remaining here. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's put these on here. Now, let's back the camera back out for you here. And I think they go on those green pieces, these things right here. There's 5 of them. And exactly... It looks like these go in the back here. They plug in like this. Let's see here. You can just hold on to that leaf piece. Yeah, that's where that goes. Now this is kind of fragile, so you got to be very careful. And 2, I got that upside down. It's supposed to be like that. Don't worry, we'll change the angle of it here in a bit. So I'm going to hold it like that. Here's another one that goes up here. Now I'm just putting them in and I'm just kind of rotating them. Some of these are going to be turds. They're going to want to fall off. Once they snap in, you're done. This one goes right here. I can't see it like that. I'm going to have to rotate it. It just goes on like that, and you just have to wiggle it in. And honestly, once you get one of those on there, I better not touch it any more than I have to. I don't want to break it and have to start all over again. That wouldn't be fun. I'll wiggle this one right in here. So you've seen how I put those in there. You just have to you're going to have to just wiggle and rotate things in. That's the only thing I can say. Just wiggle it in there. I know some people ask me, how do you get that in there? Just wiggle it. Like, just wiggle and rotate. Sometimes they don't go, and don't force things in if it's not going to fit in. Just see what you're doing wrong, and then there you go. And that concludes that portion of the build. Now we're going to start setting up. And this is going to be pretty bouncy here. And, you know, these type of builds are always kind of interesting to do in terms of, you know, unique pieces, stuff like that. And there we go. See if I can get that a little more leveled here. Well, it's not going to let me level it. What if I go that way? There we go. And yeah, that's it. That's all it is right there. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to jump right into the formal review, or tour and review. Here is the Mini Orchid all assembled, and yeah, it's pretty small, but it took a long time to put this thing together. And it looks like we got ourselves 5 nougat orchids, or light nougat. I like the pot this comes in. And this is essentially what it looks like on the back. And of course, there's always one side that has to face the wall. I like the use of these eggs here, the use for buds and stuff. So it looks like it's still growing. And yeah, and despite of what this looks like, it's pretty strong. I didn't have anything really fall off while building this set. It's pretty durable for what it is. Well, we're going to jump right on into review with play value, and obviously this is just a display piece, nothing more, so you really can't play with this. It's just meant to put on a shelf and just admired. Could you put this in a city? Not really. But it's durable, and it kept my interest, so my build experience was pretty good. When I first looked at the box, it's like, yeah, I don't know, this doesn't look too exciting. This was a very relaxing build, especially for older builders. This is by all means not meant for little children to put together. There's a lot of small pieces. And doing the orchids were a bit repetitious, but nothing too strenuous, nothing too dramatic. It's just a little bit of duplication here. Nothing that bad. If you have a friend to help you out with this, it'd even be better. Now this is a solo build. You really can't build with a partner because you are building the base, then you're adding on to it. So you can't just add the stuff later on if you choose. You just have to build alone. Now if you have somebody help you put the flowers together, that would be better. And it's durable. And that's what it looks like on the bottom down there. It's just on this nice little stand. This stand could be used for like a trophy base or for other builds. I mean, it's really cool. I just like looking at it. And as you can tell on my plain boring white review table, it does add some color. The colors are a little bit more on the warm side, so if you're looking for something with cool colors, this one is not it. It has some pink in here, but nothing cold. It's mostly just warm earth tone colors, especially with the gold accent here. This looks really good. So my final score in this set, I'm leaning more towards a 9 out of 10. Nothing fell off or anything. It was more just the repetitious parts of the build, and two, it's a solo build. I can't get anybody to really help me with this. But honestly though, if you're looking for a nice introductory build into LEGO Botanicals, here you go. It's a simple one. It's not that bad for under 300 pieces. It's not terribly expensive. I think the set retails for $29.99, and yes, I forgot already. But it's not bad for what you're getting. So if you're looking for a display piece to put on your table, here you go. Now, I'm not sure what's supposed to go onto this. I think this is meant to be like a stick or something that's supposed to hold that up. But one way to confirm is the book, and indeed, that's what that is. There's a stick in the back. But it's not really holding this up. But honestly, though, it's a nice little conversation piece, just not really meant to be played with. But tell me what you think of the Mini Orchid.